Throughout history, many have tried to maintain a happy medium between professional and personal development. Are they doing this? Unfortunately, for some, no. Welcome to Pain to Passion with your host, Deanna Bookert and Nakisha Madam Cupid King, who give their expertise on maintaining the balance between professional and personal development. So here they are, the amazing ladies themselves, Deanna and Nakisha.
Welcome. You are tuned into the Canty Radio Network show, P2P Live. I am your host, Nakisha Madam Cupid King, and I've got with me Miss Geneva McClain standing in for our host, Deanna the Coach Booker. Hey there, Geneva.
Hey, Nakisha. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be co-hosting with you today. So I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you, and I definitely thank you for taking out your busy schedule to come and join us at P2P Live. And we have joining us tonight, yes, ma'am, we have our best-selling author, Miss Shanikqa Canty. Shanikqa, are you there?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
You are very welcome. Now, Shanikqa, you are a big deal. You are a promoter of empowerment, which that by itself, other than being a best-selling author, is a wonderful thing. So can you please tell our listening audience what it is to be a promoter of empowerment in 2016?
To be a promoter of empowerment means I am giving whoever I connect with the power to be their true, authentic, self-empowered self. Like, it's 2016, let's just go for it. And I'm just bringing along my whole team of empowerment activators.
And I like that, empowerment activators. Okay. Yes. And so do you do tours? Do you do speaking engagements? What all do you do within that team?
Well, right now it's just me by myself, and I'm actually working on building up my brand. I was going to take the coaching route, but I said for right now I'll just keep it as doing conference calls. I'll keep doing my videos that I do on Facebook. So I'm just taking everything slowly. Like 2015 was just building a foundation. So 2016, I'm just going to go full force and just keep going at it how God directs me.
Okay. Now, as I said before, you're a best-selling author. Now, you have a book called Their Vow, which I fell in love with the cover by itself before I even read it. So can you tell us a little bit about your book, Their Vow, and what made you decide to write this book? Because it's very empowering and inspirational.
Well, Their Vow was inspired by my choice to become celibate. And I was a little scared because I'm like, I don't know how this generation would take to, promoting sexual purity and waiting on God and, just doing everything in a very biblical way and just going about it the right way. But I actually completed the book in 2 days. It was nothing but the Holy Spirit. I mean, I was just exhausted when I finished when I had got finished writing it. I couldn't function. It was like everything was just downloaded out of me and just was onto the pages. And this is actually a little secret. I actually wrote the book using a Microsoft Word app on my iPhone.
Oh,
no
wow. Did you say 2 days?
Yes,
she said 2 days.
Oh, my goodness, girl. You wrote the book in 2. You know what? So for all people sitting up there talking about that they got writer's block and they can't figure it out, you done put all of us to shame because you said you done wrote this book in 2 days. Kudos to you, girl.
Thank you so much, Geneva.
Like, seriously. You know what? Okay, now can I ask you, what made you decide that you want to be an author? Because this isn't the first book that you've written, is it?
No, this is actually my first solo book that I've written by myself.
Oh, really? Okay. But have you been in other books before?
Well, the only book I've written while co-authored was Business or Love with my friend Loretta. I used to write stories when I was younger, but I had stopped, but I didn't have the confidence. But after Business or Love came out, I said, you know what, I could do this. So it was like my writing gifts that I thought I had lost, it just came back in the summer of 2015. And, I mean, here I am 2 books later.
Oh, wow. Congratulations with that. And then,
Thank
something
you.
else, Nakisha, because I don't want to, keep asking questions and cut you off, but I have to say this right quick because I have watched some of your Periscope videos, and I did watch your Facebook Live video that you did that I do have to mention almost have 300 views, and you actually just did the video not too long ago. I found it to be very inspirational and very empowering. But what makes you want to do that? What makes you want to reach out to people like that? Was that something that you wanted in your life that you didn't get, or was that something that you did receive and now you want to be there for other people like that? But where does that come from?
It was something in my life that I didn't get. I was very closed off when I was younger, and I didn't know how to express myself. Mm-hmm. So throughout a lot of rebellion stages in my younger years, I'm only 23, it was just after I just gave my life back to Christ, it's just this wave of Shanikqa, you have to talk. You have to get your message out there because somebody else is dealing with the exact same thing you dealt with. Right. So it's just flowing out of me. It's this is the calling that God has on my life, and it's better to be obedient than to sacrifice. So,
right. And I'm pretty sure that with these videos and with you talking, that you are reaching out to a lot of people, because that's one of the things that I admire about you too. Is for the simple fact that you are young, and a lot of young people right now are not saying the things that you're saying. They're into a whole bunch of other things that's not important. But the fact that you're reaching for your goals, doing what you want to do, and then trying to empower others, I appreciate you for that, girl. So good going.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
We definitely
I'm done,
appreciate what you have. I love it. I love it. I love what you're asking, Geneva. I love the report that's there. And as Geneva was saying, Shanikqa, the fact that you're young, it does make it more inspiring. I know when I asked you what your moment of clarity was in an interview, a written interview, and you said it was on your 23rd birthday when you realized you were tired of being a hamster on a wheel. And that stuck with me. At times, we just going through life, but we're not really living. And sometimes you just have to step out on faith and listen to God, because when he gives you that gift and he gives you that vision, you have to do your part and carry it out. And so so many things coming together. You've empowered others, and now it's time for you to shine. Yeah. It's time for you to shine. So what's next for you and your empowering mission? What else do you have coming up? Because I know that there's a part 1 to their vow. When is part 2 coming out?
Part 2 is actually going to come out in the summer, because I was I definitely, with this message being so personal to me, based off of the choice that I made, I just don't want to put out a book just to put out a book. So I'm just operating as the inspiration comes to me, because I just want it to flow. I don't want it to seem forceful. So I'm saying, Lord, okay, the summer, but if he got other plans, then, hey.
Right.
I have no control. I can say what I want to say, but when he's ready for me to move on to the next assignment, I'm okay. But it just feels really good. Just really good to be getting the message out there. The feedback has been awesome. I was a little nervous because I'm this is my first book. I don't know what the response is going to be, but what my own mama said, baby, is good. I said, okay, all right, because she's an urban fiction lover, so.
Okay.
So you got that thumbs up from mama. You know it's going to be on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know what? Can I ask you a question? Now, I noticed that you said, did you say that you're 25, right, Shanikqa?
23.
23.
23.
You're a baby.
Okay. Now, for all the young ladies out there listening, you said that you decided to be celibate. Now, did you say that?
Yes.
You said that.
Okay. Now, do you find that it's hard to do you think that, or do you find that it's hard as far as being in relationships or letting men know that, or even if you're trying to date, do you see that as being the issue as far as men? Have you talked to them about that? Have you tried to date and told them that, and then they were kind of put off by that, or no, not really, or you're not even concerned about that?
It was 2 guys that I ran into after I made the decision to become celibate. One, he was like, yeah, this is not going to work because I don't know if I want to get married. I'm like, okay, fine, no problem.
Right.
The second one, we were talking and things was going well, but he said, you know what, Shanikqa, I have to be honest with you. He said, the choice that you made, I respect it, but he was like, I can't go no further. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
But
wow.
I said, that is why, that's why I say you have to get to know a person, because for me, I'm dating with a purpose. I'm not trying to be, like I said, I don't judge nobody, but for me personally, I'm not going to be going on 30 years old trying to play house. We too grown for that.
Exactly. Right. Okay, so tell everybody the reason why you chose to be celibate, because I think women need to know that. So what's your, or young ladies or whoever, so what was your reason for doing that?
I was tired. The guy that I was dating at the time back in 2013, when I chose to become celibate, I was just tired. It was just emptiness. Like, we would just see each other, do whatever. Then it's like, okay, you're going about your business. It was no kind of commitment. I was like, I want something more. And I'm like, we all want something more. I'm like, I want something that's going to be forever. So, like, December 3rd, I just made the choice. And at first, I didn't know, like, the strong spiritual standpoint behind it. But after I started talking to a lot of more people, they were like, Shanikqa, this is something great, and God is going to reward you for being faithful and being obedient. So
that is so beautiful. I mean, it really is. Okay. I love it. I really do. Women empowerment, right? I got my right fist pumped up. Women's empowerment. Okay. I love it. I do.
And I know when Shanikqa, you did the written interview that I love so much from you. I don't know if this is a quote from you or you quoted someone else. You said your testimony is your empowerment because you are empowered by your struggles. Is that yours, or are you quoting someone else?
Yes, it is.
I love that.
That is mine. That is
wow.
actually going to be my next book that I'm going to be working on, but that's going to be early 2017 because that book is going to be very emotional. So I'm just like, we just have to let our testimony be our self-feel empowerment. Like, we don't have to look nowhere else. We could just dig deep within ourselves and be like, okay, I don't have to let these past challenges or struggles destroy me. I can use this to just keep going on and going forward and, leaving this legacy of empowerment for myself, for my family, my friends, whoever I come in contact with. So that's my reason behind it.
I love it. Geneva, what else you got? Because I know you got some good questions for her. Don't feel like you're stepping on my toes.
You know what? Well, what I do want to ask you about is because I know that you're very spiritual. And, sometimes I have to just be honest, Shanikqa, like I do Facebook snooping sometimes just because I like to try to get to know, about people. And so I've done some Facebook snooping on you. And what I did see that I liked was that a lot of women on your page like thanking you for things. So is there like conferences that you've had, or do you do things within your church? Because I just see a lot of women thanking you for things. So what are these things that the ladies are thanking you for? Like, do you help women with things or what?
I don't have a church home right now, but I do have a spiritual covering that I'm grateful for. And I have a lot of private conversations because I'm a connector by nature. So I have a lot of private conversations with women. So when I post something and they say thank you, I know they're thanking me for either giving them a word of encouragement or just listening to them. Sometimes I'm really preaching to myself when I'm talking. Well, not preaching, but I'm really talking to myself. But I guess something resonates with them. And, it's great when they say thank you. And I'm like, mind you, these women, they're older than me. So I'm like, wow.
I know. That's what I seen, too. I know. So that's the thing that shocked me is that I was looking at women that were older than you, like, thanking you for being there for them. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, what is she doing? Like, what is she saying? That's what I wanted to know.
Talking to people, because a lot of times, it's easier to talk to somebody that you don't know. And some of these women, I've been Facebook friends with them for the past 2 years, and then with video chatting and Google Hangouts and stuff, we just built that offline connection. So
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know that my friend Loretta, we actually met in 2011, and we met for the only one time so far in Atlanta. And we've been friends ever since. But yes, we've encouraged each other and empowered each other so much. So,
and that's really nice when you're able to have a team or friends around you to do that. And it's funny that you say that, because I was just talking to somebody recently, and I was just telling her that I felt like that the people around her were not good people to encourage her. And that's what you need sometimes, because sometimes you fall, or sometimes you're having bad days, and you need somebody to be there and let you know that it'll be okay. Yes, times are hard, but God is there. Just believe, or just have faith, and you need that. So if you're there, if you're able to encourage people and be there for people like that, then that's wonderful, because we all need that. So speaking on that, because I think that you kind of sort of answered this already, but maybe I missed it. As far as business-wise, as far as being an entrepreneur, are you an author, or are you trying to be like an author/business coach, since you are doing, or like life coach? As far as your brand, that's probably what I'm thinking about more.
Okay. I am a certified life coach, but I don't want to do the traditional style of coaching with one-on-one. Mm-hmm. I want to do sort of how Lisa Nichols has motivating the masses. Okay. That's what I want. I just want to call it the promoter of empowerment connection, where everybody would just be like certified empowerment activators. Like they'll just have the spiritual tools and I would say the strategies, the kingdom strategies that they need to just tap into that true, authentic empowerment or self-empowerment that we all have inside ourselves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The kingdom strategies. I love that.
Right.
Strategies, yeah.
Just like she said, the empowerment activators, like I'm writing this stuff down. I'm sorry, Shanikqa, I'm just taking your stuff and writing it. Yes, but I love this. Okay, so that's what you're doing as far as business or your brand. So you're a certified life coach. No wonder you're so well-spoken. Okay. It makes sense now.
In all the many jobs I've had, customer service has to be the number one priority. So.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So are you actually working on that now to get that together for people, what you're trying to do? Or what you would like to do?
That's what I would love to do. I tried other things. It didn't really work out, but I said, it's okay, Shanikqa. I'm learning everything through trial and error. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get there. I am. I'm just constantly just feeding myself with a lot of kingdom-oriented stuff, I would say. So it'll make it much easier for me, because I'm just going to teach people what I know through my life experiences so far. So
now,
everything's going to come together.
Right. I mean, it sure will. I mean, right, you don't have to rush it. It'll all happen the way it's supposed to happen. That's how I truly feel, that it all happens in the way that it's supposed to happen. But something that I did want to ask you right quick, because I'm not sure how much time we have, but what I did want to ask you, since you are an author, is I know that there's a lot of people out there that want to write books, but their concern is that it's very difficult, or it costs a lot of money, or you need an editor to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for an editor. Well, since you have experience with this, because now you're going on your second book, what would you say to those people? Is it difficult to write a book? Do you need an editor? Does it take hundreds or thousands of dollars to get this done? What would you say?
It's not difficult. If you say it's going to be difficult, it's going to become a difficult process. Are you going to have challenges? Yes. But that's the beautiful thing about it, because you're learning as you're going along. And, I mean, of course, you need an editor and a proofreader, but there are resources out there. If you don't speak up, you're not going to ask for help. And I was just like, I tell anybody, I say, just start writing. Just start writing. Whatever you feel comfortable with, typing on a computer or getting that regular pen and paper. I say, just start writing. Don't worry about a title. Don't worry about punctuation or grammar, because if you do, that's the number one problem I notice with a lot of people. They're worried about the technical stuff too much instead of just starting to write. I'm like, listen, let's focus on the technical stuff later. Just start getting in the process of just writing. and just let everything else flow. Then when you get to the end, then let's worry about everything else. So, like, just start writing. Just start. I don't care if it's 10 pages. Oh, well, that's your work. And that's the beautiful thing about being an author. Can't no one tell you that's right or wrong.
Exactly.
It's your creativity. Be confident in it and just own it.
You heard us say it, people. You know, you listening to the expert. She's the expert. She's going on book number 2. So Shanikqa done told you how it's supposed to go. She done spoke her words. Thank you, Shanikqa. Thank you, girl.
You definitely dropping some jewels on us this evening.
I know, right?
Before we let you go, Shanikqa, can you please tell our listening audience where they can find you if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as a website or any speaking engagements that you might have or any of your future books?
Well, I'm working on for the Business of Love collection. I'm working on Keena and Tyler. Those are the characters that I wrote for. Their book is called For Better or Worse. And I also I'm about to be joining a fellow team of amazing women, P2P, Pain of Passion.
Yes, hello.
Yes, honey. It's coming out March 15th, so be on the lookout for that. I'm so excited. And you can find me on Instagram at I am Shanikqa C. It's IAMSHANIKQA. That is also my Twitter and my Periscope. So, like, let's connect.
Yes. Thank you. This was great. This was so much fun. We just had girl talk. Yes. Thank you, Shanikqa, for joining us today. This was my first time. Nakisha had so much fun with you. Interviewing Shanikqa today. This was wonderful. This was beautiful for me. Thank you, ladies.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed having you both on. I want to give a shout-out to Deanna Booker, who's out there. I know she's got a lot going on, and she's getting ready, but we want to send her our love and all our co-authors in the Pain to Passion, Our Valley Experience Anthology, which, like Shanikqa said, will launch on March 15th, which is my birthday, y'all, my birthday. It will launch on March 15th.
Yes.
And you will be able to find us on Amazon, and we'll be available on March 15th for you to purchase your book. We'll actually premiere our short film, The Pain to Passion film, to show how all these wonderful women went through their moments of clarity, surrender, release, and bliss to turn their pain to their passion, purpose, and take power over everything in their life with the help of the Lord Savior above. So we definitely thank you all for listening in. You can tune in on February 22nd, which is on a Monday at 11 a.m., and our guest will be the author of The Purple Cinderella, Lily Young. She'll be joining us at 11 a.m., and we'll have Miss Geneva back again.
Yes, I'll be back again. People, you'll be hearing my voice again.
Same bad time, same bad channel. We thank you all for listening. Follow us on Facebook. We're on the P2P Live Facebook fan page. You can also find us on Twitter at P2P_live or Instagram P2P__live. You all have a blessed day. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to P2P Live, the show that's changing history for all. When purpose meets passion, balance is restored.